Hey everybody, welcome to Pedagogy in Practice. Today we're going to be talking about how we can create mobile-friendly course content, and we're going to start off by focusing on modules. So let's dive in.
All right, so looking at mobile-friendly design, our first series in this video postings was to look at why we might consider mobile design. So now that we know why mobile design is something important to consider, we can move on to looking at how do we actually do this. So we're going to start off by focusing on course content and specifically within course content modules. There's lots of different actionable approaches we can do to make our courses more accessible on a mobile device. And it helps, just as we would with students, it helps for us to kind of chunk that into what we do to make modules accessible on mobile devices. What do we do to make pages accessible? So I wanted to walk through these things really quickly and also share with you some different strategies that we can use within these. So if we look, obviously using modules to organize course content is really helpful. As we can see here on a mobile device, next to a module, you will see you'll be able to do a drop down where you can see all the different modules. And so that's really helpful for students to be able to chunk the information and not have to scroll through everything, but maybe just focus on one module at a time. Another thing that we can do is add text headers to modules. So you can see here that in this module, I have the text header overview, content, and activities. On a mobile device, that shows up like this. So it helps to chunk that for students, so it's not quite as overwhelming. The other thing that we can do is add requirements to modules so that students can see this little check mark when they have done what they needed to do. So in this case, the student has viewed the item, so they get that little check mark. They know they don't necessarily have to go back to that page. And so you can see here, you have viewed this item, and then here it says view this item, and the different requirements will tell you what you need to do for each page. And then keeping the navigation simple and consistent will help students as they're trying to engage with the course on a mobile device. So if we go to the module, I will show everybody really quickly how to add a text header and how to add requirements. So in my module, I'm just going to go to this little plus button up here, and instead of clicking assignment, quiz, discussion, I'm going to click text header, and I can type in what I want it to say, and it'll go at the bottom, and then I can just drag and drop it wherever I want it to go. I'll make sure to publish it so that students can see it, and then that text header has been added. Now to add requirements to a module, I just go to these three little dots next to the module, and I click Edit. And here I can choose requirements. So I can choose to allow students to move through them in sequential order, or give them more freedom and be able to complete them when they want. And I can add each page, and I can add view, mark as done, or contribute to the page. And if I wanted to add another requirement, I could add it here, and it'll show me a drop down of all my pages and assignments in that module. So that's how you add requirements and also how you remove them. And I hope that helps as you're working to make your modules mobile friendly.